Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Kushner, and we're going to take a look at Adobe Spark Post to create images. So we looked today in class at artist Damien Cefelli from amplifier.org, and he's created this poster about getting vaccinated. And we looked at this pose here where he's making like a strong arm, just like Rosie the Riveter from the We Can Do It poster. And we were looking at these icons used on the side that look kind of like little coronaviruses. And we said, you know, he's kind of reappropriating this pose to say, roll up your sleeves and get vaccinated. And you can see this artist has made 3 different versions of this poster. We have a black man, Asian woman, and a white woman here. So trying to kind of diversify who is represented in these posters, kind of creating them using different color palettes as well. So you're going to design one poster on your own, and you can pick any issue, and it can be a poster like this with text and an image, or you can make it more of like a montage or collage. So here's some that I've designed already. Oh, and it looks like it didn't save my image. That's weird. There it is. Make time for doing what you love. So I've got a picture of me looking positive and happy, and I have a picture of my son riding his bike because that's something that we do together. It makes me feel kind of free. Another image that we worked on during 4th period, taking the cue about getting vaccinated. So a picture of my son wearing his mask, looking to the side with the coronaviruses in the background. All right. So we're going to start off in Spark. You're going to log in. You're going to press the plus sign, and you're going to go ahead and say a solid color background. And you can go ahead and just choose a color to start with, and we can kind of improvise a little later. So perhaps I will select this color. You can make it a square like an Instagram, or horizontal like Facebook, vertical, here's Instagram. So kind of up to you. I'm going to make a horizontal image. I'm going to click the text and go to edit, and then click delete. I'm going to just get rid of that. And let's just start with the image. So if I go to add image, I can start. And also a lot of you can use the images from before. So we took selfies before. We took portraits of our pets. So perhaps you want to do a topic like animal abuse, and you want to have a picture of your animal looking really sweet. Or perhaps you want to use one of your selfies. Okay, so I actually want to take this image here. So I'm going to look over here of, I don't know, here, me being happy over here. And maybe I'm going to talk about move freely here, just about staying positive, right? So maybe I have myself there. And one cool thing you can do with images is to say remove background on the bottom. That's going to get rid of all this clutter behind me. So it's just me. And then I've got all these options here. So if I go to color here, I'm going to go to looks. I've got these different looks, so I could, multiply, colorize, and you can kind of like click through these. So maybe I like the colorized version. That's kind of cool. But another thing you can do is called duotone. And if you click on this, you can actually pick the colors that you want for the duotone. So that's kind of cool. And what I might do actually is change it so that my color is white. Looks very freakish, and I can do a little swap by clicking those arrows. And now I'm just black and white. Okay. I can also go to enhance, and I can play here. So I can go to contrast and maybe make like a high contrast image like that, for instance. All right, and then I'm going to show you something really cool. So let's say I want to kind of make my face blend in with the background. I could go to opacity and kind of like fade my picture. So that's one option if you wanted things to look faded. But the other thing that I can do is go where it says blend. And now I've got some options. I'm going to go to multiply, so that, again, gives me the color of the background, or screen makes me kind of lighter. So those are some really just like nice images. I kind of like it like that, actually, kind of light. And because my hand is cut off here, I want to like blend that with the bottom. Okay. So maybe I've got me, and if let's say I want to bring some images into the background, I could do that too. So if I go to add, you've got images from your photo library, but you can also go to search free photos. Okay, so let's say I want to go here, and I'm thinking positive, being happy. Think of like a sunny day. So let's see what there is here for the sun. So kind of sunny day, maybe something like that. So I can click on it, and then I can say add one, and let's just like see how it looks. So we'll move freely, and now I can grab that image, and I don't know how it's going to look, so I might not like it later. That's okay too. I can go where it says order. Right now it's on the top. I want to change that, so I can actually move it so it goes underneath me. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. So now I kind of need to play. Maybe I'm going to change the opacity of the picture, kind of blend it in there. I could click on the picture of me and say, oh, I need to make myself a little more opaque. Maybe I change my blend mode. Oh, I like the multiply better. Actually, that looks kind of cool. Kind of like a double exposure. Maybe I want to put my face in there. I kind of like the way that looks, just like that. Kind of like the road in there. So that's kind of a cool look. I don't know. You just want to kind of play around. That's like the fun of this assignment, is kind of playing. Maybe I want myself a little bit smaller. Get like that better. And, you know, you can kind of treat this like a collage. So, like, I could bring in other things in here. But I like the idea of, like, the light right above my head. So if I wanted to add some text, and I don't need text, I could just use images, right? But I could say something like, think positive. And then I can start playing with the text. So right now the text does not go with this at all. I noticed in my head, like, I'm kind of rounded there, right? So I could actually play with the font over here. Think positive. It's a little more fun. I don't want it to be, like, too kitschy. I want to get more of a poster. So I got to find something that's going to kind of go with this idea. Think positive. Something easy to read, of course, right? And, you know, I've got a bunch of other fonts here, too. I can also go to the plus sign. These are fonts that I've downloaded. I can go to add, and then I've got, like, all the fonts in the world. And I can find some other ones. So let's say I really liked, I don't know, I'm just going to keep looking here. Let's say I like that one. Let's say I can click on to press download. And now I can go back, close, and then I can pick that one that I had. So I don't know. I got all these other ones too. I'm just kind of curious. Looks kind of nice. Kind of experiment here. Let's see what different ones. Yeah, I think I like the way that looks the best. Okay. The other thing that I can do, by the way, is go to my color. If I wanted to change the color, I could change my text color or white. Purple doesn't show up at all. I could also match places in the image to say, oh, I want that kind of pinky color. And if I want to make that pop out, like, I can't see that at all now, but if I go to my effects and I create a shadow, perhaps I want, like, that dark purple color, actually. I think I kind of like, or black even, kind of matches my portrait, stands out, right? And you can decide, like, the distance that you want the shadow to be, the direction that it goes. I like it going down like that. And I can also do some different things too, right? I can kind of play with this. So I can go to the size, I can align it. Here's if I want it to, like, be a circle. That's a little weird. I might just do more of a grid. Magic. I've got all these different options, right? So maybe I'm going to put that, like, over here. Could work. I don't know. Got to kind of play with it, right? Maybe right in the center is the way to go to kind of balance the image. I could play with the spacing of it. And there's also, like, if I have no idea what do I want it to look like, there's all these different styles. I can kind of play, and maybe they're going to find something that looks really good. I actually really like that one. Which one, right? It was black. I'll have to find it again. So this is just, like, a really good way to get a bunch of ideas if you have no idea what you want it to look like. Oh, I kind of like that, actually. Like, rounded like that. Maybe it'll go, like, right over my head, kind of like that. Stretch it out a little bit. But I think the colors don't look good, so I'm going to switch the colors. And like I said, I want to use my purple. And I could actually go back to my effects and get rid of that outline. I don't like it. And I use this shadow, the black shadow. I liked a lot. Yeah. So I think that works really well. And if I think there's, like, too much going on, like, now I'm looking at this, I don't think I actually like all of it like this. I think I would click done. And I might actually want to kind of resize this image and make it vertical instead. So let's look at the portrait. And maybe a square. Yeah, so I think even if I resize it like it's resizing now, I would make myself a little bit bigger like that and make my text a little bit larger like that. And I'll make my background picture a little bit larger too. I kind of like that. I like how I'm kind of in the center and the road is fading behind me, kind of like around my shoulders there. Bring it down a little bit. And I've got that bright sunshine above, and I might make Think Positive a little bit bigger. So that's like the main part. And now that I'm looking at this, actually, I think the purple is not bright enough there. That like stands out a lot more. Maybe I'd fade it like a gray. Yeah. Maybe that goes up a little bit. Maybe I get a little bit larger, right? So you're just kind of tweaking it. But that's kind of the idea, is to think about what message you want to portray and think about how you can use images and these effects to bring your idea to life. And you could put other images on there too, right? Like there's also, if I go to add, like you were wondering, how did they get those icons there of the coronavirus? You can go to icons, you know, and maybe I want like exclamation points. I think about like Think Positive. I don't know. I don't actually think I would want to use that, but I'll just show you how to get it, right? So, you know, I could like put that around the edge. I don't like that, but just showing you how you could get that, right? So when I'm done, I press the box with the arrow on the top right, and I can say solid color. And it's going to go ahead and save that to my camera roll, and now I can upload it. And if you want to do versions, this is like a really cool thing. This like this artist over here. What I can do actually is I can click on it once, and I can say duplicate. And now I'm going to say poster version 2. And that way, if I say like, well, I just want to see like what would happen if I like change it around, right? Like here my picture has like a different look to it, right? So I could kind of experiment some more and see like, well, what would it look like if I change this? What would it look like, you know? Clicking on my picture, you know, what if I did this totally differently, right? What if I change the looks and ooh, that's super weird. You know, but what if I tinted it and then switched it again? Like, do I like that with a little more color? And actually, I don't like that, but, you know, that's kind of the spirit here, is really just, like, playing and experimenting and seeing what's going to look good. You know? Kind of have fun. All right, so enjoy.